Hi everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading today. This is kind of in part two to the reading from yesterday. Yesterday we did look at the past love, the past person on your mind. Today we're going to look at the new love, the next love on your mind. So whether this be somebody that you have sort of only just met, only just started talking to, or whether this be somebody that you haven't even actually met yet, we're going to see what's coming through for new love energy for you there. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all those readings. Do leave a comment on the video and you will get a entry into the draw to win a free personal reading that's been drawn at Easter time, so keep an eye out for that. Today I've got the True Heart Hidden Feelings Oracle cards. And I am using the Scrying Ink Lenormand deck as well. Timestamps will be in the description box. There will be no weekly readings this week. I do have my child's operation, putting his recovery first and foremost this week. So I will get a reading up hopefully next weekend. See how it all goes on my end. But I will put an announcement post up probably after this video goes up. All right, so that's what all the news, all the updates, everything I needed to let you know. And so we will get started today with Aries. Oh, actually, I'm going to start today with Libra, I think. The energy has just been throwing me around a little bit lately with all these double retrogrades. So it's a good time to mix it up. So today we're going to start with Libra. Okay, Libra, the new person, the next love on your mind. Libra, the new or next love on your mind. Okay. We do have wishful coming through here. Hopes for more to come, waiting for the right one, dreaming the right timing. So we definitely do see that for a lot of you, this is somebody that you haven't actually met yet, sort of. Even if you have met this person, you know, there's a lot of idealism happening, a lot of wishful thinking about, geez, I hope they like this. Geez, I hope they like that. Oh, I don't know about, you just don't know enough about them yet to know, if they're like this or like that. And so it's kind of this, oh, I really hope we match in this area and that area, so that, there's a lot of wishful thinking going on with this connection. We do see the fairy tale card as well. Has very high standards, wants happily ever after, romance and fantasy. So we are really looking for, the happily ever after, the knight in shining armor, that unique connection that is going to stand the test of time here, Libra. High hopes, high standards, wanting happily ever after. All right, Libra, the new next love on Libra's mind. We do have the broom coming through first. So, I do see that you have come through some, trouble in the past when it comes to love. And it's kind of like time for some spring cleaning. All right. We do have the heart coming through after that. So we really are, cleaning the cobwebs off our heart and, getting ready to fill that back up again with joy and laughter and all the good stuff, the love. But you do need to sort of sweep out the old to make room for the new here. We do also have the snake coming through as well, Libra. So for some of you, this new person may have a strong Scorpio placement. That is the Scorpio card. But I do feel that for a lot of you that this is going to start with a lot of passion, a lot of desire for each other, a lot of physical. All right. So for some of you, it may start off as just a little physical kind of, fling type energy and develop from there. So, very, very interesting. Let me know when you meet that person. Yeah. But that's what we have for you, Libra. More than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe, leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Scorpios. Okay. Scorpio, the new next love for Scorpio. Scorpio, the new or next love for Scorpio. Interesting. We do have the lone wolf coming through here, Scorpio. I do feel as though that's you. Not ready to settle down, needs a lot of space, can't commit, a bit of a free spirit here. I feel like it's actually both of you, the more that I'm delving into this energy here. You both are very, very independent people. Both kind of are in that lone wolf kind of energy at the moment where it's very interesting because it's like up here in your thoughts, you're both kind of saying, I'm not quite ready to settle down. I'm not ready to settle down. But as we all know, love comes from somewhere else. It doesn't necessarily come from our thoughts. It comes from our heart. So I do feel as though there is just this never say never is coming through there, Scorpio. We do also have fulfilled coming through. They only want you, make you feel complete, happy, content, and safe. So I feel like that's kind of what this is. It just kind of falls into place and it fills that cup, regardless of the fact that you thought that you wanted to be alone. The thought that I thought I was fine by myself, that, I don't think I can commit. I'm too much of a free spirit, but this person is too. So it's kind of like you equal each other out and you're both happy to, be independent, but together independent. It's very interesting. Can sort of fill each other's cup. There is this unexpected energy here as well. That's the last thing you both thought that you were going to sort of fall into here. But never say never, Scorpio. Scorpio, the new or next person on Scorpio's mind. The new or next person on Scorpio's mind. Super interesting here. I'm seeing very, very similar energy to what I just saw. But firstly, though, we do have the ring. So there is definitely this fulfilling potential relationship here for you. But I do feel as though it's very interesting for you both, that this can actually refer to cycles as well and breaking that cycle of, being this bear up in the tower. Okay, we have the bear and then we have the tower here. With the ring, we can sometimes see a Taurus. With the bear, we do sometimes see Aries, Leo, or Capricorn placements. But that bear energy is very, very similar to that lone wolf energy. This is somebody who's very strong, very, they may even be physically tall and broad and, strong, very strong-willed, very independent energy. They may have some clear boundaries. Once again, it's very similar to that lone wolf energy, that a lot of independence, needing a lot of space. There is a lot of defensive-ness as well, trying to get this person down from their tower, which is, what they're so comfortable in is that lone wolf energy, being up in that tower by themselves. You may both. And once again, I do feel as though this kind of goes both ways for you both a little bit here, that you both have sort of gotten used to this cycle of being alone, that you are a little bit defensive. You're defending that isolation that you've put yourself in. But there's just something here about this connection where it kind of just... It makes you feel safe and content and happy, and it feels a part of you both that you didn't know was kind of empty. Like, you see that bowl there and it's actually completely empty. But so it's kind of like you both feel this little part in the other that you didn't even realize you were missing, that little emptiness. You didn't realize your bowl was empty, and then as soon as the other one comes along, it's kind of like, I hate to say it, Scorpio, but I do kind of feel like a lot of you are just falling into a relationship here, even though you're very defensive against a relationship. It's really interesting. So yeah, you may want to check your other placements, but I do just want to see if I can grab a quick outcome for you there as well, Scorpio. That's because with that energy, I wouldn't normally expect to see the relationship card coming through, but we are. Scorpio, the outcome for this new next love for Scorpio, we have communication. We have security and stability. The house, someone you can start a family with. This is security, stability, communication. So for a lot of you, you may already be communicating with that person. Yeah. So it's kind of like the thing you didn't know you wished for until it fell into your lap. It's a bit weird. So interesting, but definitely could be quite good for you both. I feel, coming down out of those isolation zones and finding someone that you can still be very independent and free with. But it doesn't feel like this person is going to close that off for you. You're still going to be able to be very independent, but they're going to fulfill you and make you happy in a way that you didn't expect. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. And we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, the new or next love for Sagittarius. The new or next love for our Sagittarians. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. I really like this for you straight away. Abundance. Okay, so we have the abundant card coming through. Before I read the keywords on that card, I just want to show you here. I have the depth card, but you can see we do have the beautiful big fish there. And in the lenormand, the fish actually stands for abundance. So we have abundant, and then we have the fish, which is abundance. So we do kind of have double abundance coming through with this person. So the abundant card does say generous with love, the emotions flow freely, effusive, rich, and content. So, that's a lot of abundance within, emotional content, emotional security with this connection, feeling very content, feeling as though you've kind of won the lottery with this person. And then the depth card does say feels a profound bond, must be truly meaningful, soulmate, karmic ties. Okay, so we do see a very, very strong soul connection energy there with this person. A very, and I feel like for a lot of you, it's a lot more emotional than you expected it to be, that bond. It's kind of like you just already know what the other one feels. It's like you do have a very deep emotional connection with this person and understand their emotions, and they understand yours quite easily. Sagittarius and the new next love. Okay, so I've got here, interesting, I do have the bear energy coming through first. So, I do see remnants here of Gemini energy. I do also have strong Leo energy. Your energy is coming out as well as Aries and Capricorn. Okay, the bear energy, there's a very strong, powerful person. Very important to have strong boundaries here. Someone may be a little bit defensive, but it's also quite nurturing. It's kind of like that mama bear that wants to take care of you. I do feel as though, we are kind of looking at whether this is you're identifying with that as well, or if this is just the other person, but they are, kind of like a powerhouse type energy. They're like that boss energy. They're willing to take charge, and I feel like for a lot of you, that's why you do feel so content and like you've really won the lottery with this person, because they're taking care of you, is what I'm picking up there. We have the sun coming through, which this is just happiness. That's all that is reading right now, is just pure unadulterated happiness. A lot of warmth. This is a very warm person. Their energy makes you feel all warm and fuzzy. We also have the clover coming through there. So, good fortune. Fortune's on your side. Fortune favors the bold. Don't be afraid to take a risk on your happiness here. All right. So some of you may be the defensive energy I was picking up on a moment there. Just defensive against, it's kind of too good to be true. I feel is what you're doing, Sagittarius, is that it's too good to be true kind of energy. It's okay for you to take a chance. There's a lot of happiness for you with that connection. So I love that for you guys, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements and, cross-watch other people. Make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Capricorns. Capricorn and the new or next love. Capricorn and the new or next love for our Capricorns. Clarity. That one says, they mean what they say, expressing your needs, simple and transparent. So I feel like Capricorn, you already are this. You are already somebody who, is pretty honest and open and upfront about what you want and need in a connection. So this is actually finding that in somebody else as well. Having, being given that clarity of how somebody actually is thinking and feeling towards you, which I feel like you guys need that. It's very black and white. It's not really, having to guess how somebody feels about you. I'm just sort of picking up here, Capricorn. A lot of you probably have been in connections where there has not been clarity, and that's kind of, you're at that point where you're like, that's it. I'm not dealing with that. I need clarity. I need them to express their needs. I need to express my needs very clearly. I need this to be completely transparent and very simple, very black and white when it comes to, what someone is saying and them backing it up through their actions as well. I want that clarity. Guiding light for you there, Capricorn. We do like that. We do also see the Journey card here. Going the right direction, along for the ride, reason, season, lifetime. That's very interesting. So, it does let us know that it's unclear as of yet whether this new person is here for a reason, here for a season, or here for the lifetime. Could be all of those, but do you know what? You're going to have the clarity and you will be able to work that out for yourself. So it's kind of telling me that, this person is going to be, in your life for one of those purposes. It's not somebody that's going to be, show up for a day and then disappear again, show up, and ghost you and in and out. It's not going to be in and out kind of energy. It's going to be either a specific reason that this person enters your life, here for a season, so that they're going to stay in your life. That's usually the shorter term stuff. They just pass away, like pass through the seasons, and then move along with their life. Otherwise, this is going to be a lifetime kind of thing. But we'll see if we can get any extra info here with the lenormand. Capricorn, new or next love for our Capricorns. So it just kind of lets us know that it's all part of your journey and there is actually a deeper meaning to this person coming into your life. It's just a little bit unclear as of yet. I feel like that's what you need to get, that clarity directly from that person themselves as to, are you planning on sticking around, until we've learned what we need to learn from each other? Is it, you're just gonna, we're just hanging out casual, or are you planning on sticking around for a lifetime here? I feel as though for a lot of you, it probably is more along the lines of the longer term sort of thing, to be completely honest here. We do have the bouquet. So that kind of lets me know too that there is this element of you being, you having to put in what you want to get out of this as well. So, and once again, with the transparency, the black and white, being very open and honest with what we want and need from this connection. If you're only wanting a shorter term season casual thing, make sure you do make that very clear. Give this person your time, your love, your energy, and your transparency and your honesty, and you will receive that in return from them. So if you are wanting this person long term, give long term to them and you will receive that in return, because we do see the house coming through here, stability. All right, so like this can be very long-term energy that doesn't have a lot of movement with that particular card. It's someone that you can sometimes, they feel safe, they feel secure in your life. They provide you with that safety kind of net. Somebody that feels like home to you, somebody that feels like you could start or continue, grow a family with this person. They could be family, that kind of thing. We also see the birds. All right, so I'm just sort of picking up something a bit random with that bird's energy. It does let me know that there is conversations that do need to take place with this person, giving that full honesty so that we can, basically be very, very clear with what we're wanting, needing, expecting from this journey with this person. But I'm just picking up here that that bird's energy, sometimes it talks about rumors, gossip, background chatter. So I just want to double check in on that side of it. Clarify the birds on the chatter aspect, please. We have the snake, clarifying that. So there may actually be a third party involved. Not going to lie, Capricorn. The snake sometimes can talk about the other woman type energy where, betrayal, deception. So especially the deception side of this, that this person may actually be trying to deceive you that that you're the one and only. So I feel like that's why the clarity is very, very important for you here. I do feel the need. It could just be strong Scorpio energy. Not could just be like maybe they are deluding themselves. It also can talk about a lot of, passion and desire. I feel like for some of you, they're trying to dissuade the conversation with the physical, trying to avoid the conversation by getting physical. Near future outcomes for Capricorn with the new next love, please. I'm seeing a female stirring up trouble here, Capricorn. I have the female energy with the whip. So definitely up, and that doesn't feel like your energy, Capricorn. That does feel like an external. Just one more for the outcomes for Capricorn with the new. Yeah, we have the garden there, which can talk about meeting, dating around, social. So I do feel as though there is a third party in the mix here, Capricorn, that this is, this person is a little bit more dating around rather than strictly dating. Okay. They do see the stability that you provide. And, I feel like maybe that's what we're supposed to use that clarity for, and to clearly see here, use that clarity to really take notice of the reciprocal energy as well as the stability here. So if there's no safe stability energy, if there's no, this person feels like home, there's your answer. If there's no, if you're giving more than you're receiving, there's your answer. Okay, because I feel like for this to progress past this third party energy, because it does feel like this person is kind of like, maybe that's why we're getting the reason, the season, the lifetime, because there is potential for all of those things. But at the moment, this person is still, it's kind of like they're tossing up between two people. They don't know which one to choose, you or this other person. And this other person is going to stir up trouble. I feel like this person might try to step in. So if your new person chooses you, Capricorn, this third party may actually try to step in and change that. It does have the potential to be for a lifetime, but you do need to be very careful of making sure that all energy is reciprocal, all time, love, energy that you're putting in is being returned. And we do need to make sure that you're not the only one with the stable, the secure energy. All right, that this person needs to be offering stability and security as well. All right, so Interesting. Keep that in mind, Capricorn. You may want to check your other placements. Obviously, that one kind of went a bit all over the shop for you, Capricorn. But that's what we have. So check those other placements out. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Aquarians. Okay, Aquarius and the new or next love. Aquarius and the new or the next love. New or next love for Aquarius. Okay, so firstly we have the Journey card coming through. Going the right direction, along for the ride, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So I do feel as though this is kind of actually showing me one of you is in this journey energy and the other of you is in this rooted energy. Okay, that one says wants to settle down, focus on personal growth, stable and enduring. So one of you is actually kind of, just going with the flow, seeing where life takes us. Am I going to stick around for a reason, a season, or a lifetime? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. One of you is in that kind of energy, whereas the other one is very much more grounded in this is what I want. This is what I want. I'm not going to settle for less. I want to settle down. I want to just focus on myself and stable energy. I don't want to be going with the flow. I want a very clear path and direction here. So interesting. Aquarius, the new next love for Aquarius, please. New or next love for Aquarius. We have the book coming through first. So the book is definitely like there's a lot of mystery here. There's a lot of unknown factors coming into play here. It's kind of like we really don't know each other yet. There's a lot that we don't know about each other yet. It's taking the time to learn about each other and getting to know each other a little bit here. This person may have a child. We do have the child card coming through next. They may have a child. But that's kind of very, it does feel as though the more that you get to know this person, the more playful and adventurous you realize that they are. So I do feel as though what we're sort of seeing come to light now is that you are this rooted energy. You're the one ready to settle down. And this person is the journey. Let's go with the flow, see what happens kind of person, because they seem to be just up for the adventure. We've got these two cards here, the child and then the ship. Okay. And they both have adventure. And then we have mystery with the book as well, the unknown, as part of their energy. So this person does seem to be very free-spirited, adventurous. There's probably still a lot that they want to do with their life that they don't even know where their next chapter goes because they've got so many different ideas on where this adventure is taking them. And, they're the sort of person that they could just get on a plane tomorrow and disappear for 12 months, So I just don't feel as though it's necessarily stable enough energy for what you're looking for, Aquarius. You're more than welcome to flip that as necessary, but we are seeing a lot of, adventurous. It's kind of like a very young energy too, to the point of maybe even being immature compared to your energy. Aquarius, there's still a lot you don't realize about this person. And I feel like the more that you get to know them, the more that you're realizing that this person really is just on a different kind of trajectory right now to where you are. They're on this journey, whereas you're, ready to lay down your roots and slow down. All right. So, like I said, you're more than welcome to flip that if necessary. But that's what we have for you. Check out your other placements. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay, Pisces, the new or next love for our Pisces. Healing. Recovering from trauma, willing to heal together, release, bonding better. We also see the lone wolf energy. Not ready to settle down, needing a lot of space, can't commit, free spirit. Okay, so, whether this is you or this person or kind of both of you, one of you is, I feel as though one of you is very muchly, further along the healing journey than the other, to be completely honest. One of you is still kind of recovering from trauma, only, whereas the other one of you is a little further along there, and but just still needing to be very free and independent, and that lone wolf energy coming through there. So one of you is sort of clammed up a little bit more, whereas the other one, they're not clammed up, but they are still very happy by themselves, happy to sort of run free, freedom and running free. Whereas I feel like this might be you, Pisces, still a little bit clammed up, not really ready to open up 100% as of yet. But you are willing to heal with somebody, but this person, I just feel as though that's kind of different, kind of on different pages a little bit here, to be honest. But we'll have a look with the lenormand. Pisces, the new love, next love for our Pisces. Which is very interesting because, as I said, you're both very not quite ready for relationships. Still healing, still wanting a lot of independence and freedom here. Yet we see the ring coming through first. So, we do get a strong energy here of, cycles being very important here, patterns and breaking patterns. And that is very, very important to you both here, I feel. And that's why we're seeing that. Maybe that's how we connect is through the trauma that we've both been through, and the fact that we are both still recovering a little bit and wanting to just heal ourselves and focus on our own selves, be quite independent. But, maybe there is actually the potential for a relationship with this person because of that connection, that you're both sort of in that same sort of process. But even though you're both a little bit in different kind of places, we do see the child coming through next. I feel as though it's because you're both being very innocent, free, kind of playful energy for each other. You're not putting heaviness of connection on each other. It's a free relationship. It's a playful, fun thing. It's not about we have to be serious. We have to, we're doing this and then we're going to get married and then we're going to do the, it's not a relationship with strong expectations or demands on each other. It's more just about, let's just enjoy spending time together, enjoy getting to know each other, and enjoy whatever happens, because you both are very independent. And I just feel as though for a lot of you, this may actually be something that you kind of it's just kind of like a rhythm that you fall into with this person. And before you kind of know it, you're both like, oh, hang on, are we dating? Like, neither of us are sort of seeing anyone else, but I thought we were both just chill and having fun. Like, I don't think either of you consciously recognize that this is a relationship when it is. You both just are just enjoying each other's company so much that you don't even realize that you're actually forming a relationship with each other. I did sort of see a similar energy for, was it Libra? Libra or Scorpio, maybe? We also have the sun coming through here, Pisces. So there's a lot of happiness. It's just an energy of like, let's just spend time being happy and free and having fun. We make each other happy, so we're going to spend time together. We're not worried about what comes next. We're not forcing expectations on this connection. We're just going to sort of enjoy each other's company and move along in that frame of mind. So, you may fall into something that you're not realizing you are, but, it is what it is. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch. Make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we'll move on to our Aries. Aries, the new or next love for our Aries. Aries, the new or the next love for Aries. The Refuge. We do see that coming through as the Tower card. Supportive in hard times. You can trust them. Safe haven, blessing. A guiding light. This is a lighthouse, obviously, in this particular card. We do see very, very similar imagery for the Tower card in the Lenormand, which I'm just picking up that there is a strong energy here of, this refuge may be somebody from the past, somebody older than you, somebody that you already have a foundation with. And I am also seeing these both as very tall, strong energies, because we do have this pyramid here next, which is the timeless card, which they're both very stable, strong energies, immovable. They stand the test of time, kind of energies. So and they're both like, especially the this even represents the past a little bit there too, because pyramids were built so long ago. Timeless, not in a hurry to commit, may need to slow down. Stable, values, lasting. So that long energy, that stable energy is definitely coming through with this person. You can trust this person. I do feel for a lot of you, this is somebody, from the past for a lot of you here. Aries, the new or next love interest for our Aries. I did have two just flip. I'm not taking them, but I did see what they were. One of them was referring to the past. One of them was referring to wishes, someone that you wish for from the past, Aries. So I just feel as though that's maybe a mention for some of you, just clarifying that this most likely is somebody from the past here, as coming through as new, which is very interesting. We have the Ring. So I do feel as though, yes, there has been a previous cycle with this person, but it does feel like there is a new energy. I am asking about your new love, and this is coming through as like a newer cycle. So it's like breaking an old pattern, an old cycle with this person in order to have a new cycle with this person, a new type of relationship with this person. Whereas, I feel as though maybe in the past this person was not as stable, as supportive as what they do seem to be now. We do have the bear coming through. So, they're like the mama bear. They're, the bear is a very stable energy as well. Very supportive, nurturing type energy as well. Very protective of you. So once again, that is that very muchly that refuge energy. Someone very strong and powerful in their own right, very independent in their own right. Maybe that's part of what this new cycle is for you is boundaries, Aries, because we do see the crown coming through as well. So if that bear is wearing that crown, they definitely are somebody very very confident and stable in their boundaries, and they know that it's important to have strong boundaries, and they're acting very kind of head held high. You know, morals, it's strong morals, definitely coming through with the bear and the crown there. So this relationship, it does have a strong potential here. This person does seem to be a very, very sort of strong leadership type person. They may even be, you know, the head of the house. They may even be, you know, a very significant person, like authority type figure, with the tower there as well. And then these energies, they may be very, very prominent somehow in the ways of being a strong foundational person, powerful person. I am getting Aries, Leo, Capricorn energy there. I'm also seeing Taurus energy there. So a lot of grounding, like grounded, stable energy for sure, Aries. So that's what we have for you. So I do feel as though this new person, they're very, very stable, but not like in a timeless way. They're happy to take their time, and they're not sort of rushed. So they're happy to make sure we're doing things the right way rather than rushing on into things. We need to make sure we're setting very strong, stable foundations with this person. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. And we will move on over to our Taurus. Taurus, the new or next love for our Taurus. New or next love for Taurus. Healing. Recovering from trauma, willing to heal together, release, bonding, and better. You can see the clamshell. So this person is kind of like clammed up a little bit here, Taurus. We do also see the hidden. So the mask energy there, that does say keeping secrets from you, hiding their true feelings, disguise quite an affair. I actually feel as though this is, they're hiding that fact that they're clammed up. They're hiding the fact that they are still healing. Okay, so I do feel as though this person, you know, even, that's why they're kind of willing to heal together, because it's kind of giving that this person feels like you will help heal them, that you will help them release the past, and you know, that you will help them recover from the trauma. So they're just hiding it from you a little bit, though, not necessarily being fully open and honest about you know, the fact that they are actually still healing. I do kind of get this rebound type of energy, that they're kind of still, you know, it has not really been that long, I don't think, for this person since something has happened that they're healing from. Taurus, new or next love for our Taurus. So we do have the birds coming through there. So it kind of shows us that, you know, the conversation about that will likely happen at some point. And I feel as though you will sort of see beyond that mask and understand that there is something a little bit deeper going on. You know, maybe it's sort of referring to the fact that, you know, you kind of pick up on that through conversations, through the way that they talk about things, that there is just something, you know, that they're not being completely open about when it comes to their healing. We do have the sun coming through there. So it does sort of show us that that conversation, you know, or the way that someone's talking about something brings some things to light about this person, you know, that they do still have quite a lot of burdens and responsibilities that are tied to the past here. We have the cross there. I do sort of feel, though, that there is still a lot of potential here. The sun does talk about happiness, and the cross can talk about, you know, a very spiritual connection, a destined kind of connection here. So, you know, there is still hope I feel, for a lot of you here, that have faith that this person, as long as this does come to light and we can actually, work through this together and work on this, with full knowledge of someone healing, then, there is still a lot of potential for this to actually, be something good, and move in the right direction for yourself here, Taurus. So, but it does just seem as though initially there is just going to be that hidden kind of energy from this person about exactly how much they are still healing from something there. All right, so that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we'll move on to our Geminis. Gemini, the new or next love for our Geminis. New or next love for our Geminis. Interesting. First card we have here is the Tempted card. Hard to resist others, mostly about the passion, secrets, desire, allure. Okay, so it does feel as though there's a strong, passionate temptation kind of vibe coming through. That does feel a very physical kind of desire energy there. But I am picking up that someone might actually have a bit of a kind of sex addiction here, or just a habit of finding their self-worth in others. We also see the vulnerable energy. Needs security above all, has fragile emotions, protective and genuine. So I do feel as though there may be kind of alternate energies here. So one of you is the one that is just, no, it's actually, it does feel like it is just the same person here. That they're very protective of you and it's because the reason that they find it so hard to resist others' lure is because they are so vulnerable that, they do need security but they don't necessarily give security. It's kind of that energy of somebody who, constantly checks your phone and, questions you all the time about everyone you're seeing and whatnot. But it's only because they know that they are not being completely honest about that sort of stuff. So it's their own vulnerabilities that are sort of, it's a bit of a hard energy there. They do wish for love. There's just something within them that they're just not willing to kind of look at, I feel. I keep dropping cards. Gemini, new or next love for our Geminis. So I feel as though you will have a pretty clear idea. It's kind of like we have the stork here first. So it's kind of like this person will stir-ish up a little bit in you, and make you like nervous about what are they up to, we do also see the mountain and then the fox. So it is going to be a big challenge to deal with this person's like kind of selfishness a little bit here. The way that they are so focused on their own self. Once again, it's giving that energy of that they are so, overprotective of you and what you're up to, but that they're not holding themselves to the same standard, because it's all about them a little bit here with that fox, especially with the fox and the mountain. The fox is a big blockage like a lot of obstacles or challenges here between yourself and this person. This person is still acting very independent. That you know, it's a bit of player kind of energy there as well. So you know, and I feel as though it just stirs you up, stirs up your energy, and kind of, why are you doing it? Like, why are you so protective of this? Why do you need to check my phone? Like, it kind of does feel like it's just stirring drama a little bit within you yourself, Gemini. So, and this person, you know, they do seem to be very, very physical, and you know, very wanting, very needing from physical from you. So, you know, it is kind of, you know, that's what we're getting, Gemini. So sorry if that's not what you want to hear, but you are more than welcome to check out your other placements and cross-watch anyone else's placements as well. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Cancer. Cancer, the new or next love for our Cancers. Journey. Go in the right direction, along for the ride, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Okay, so this is kind of very free-spirited energy. Somebody who is kind of, you know, just going with the flow, seeing where things take them, seeing where, you know, if things are going to take them in the right direction, that they're, you know, whether it's going to be for a reason or a season or a lifetime, they're kind of happy to go along with whatever that is. We do also see the control card, though. That does say wants to take the lead, power struggle, forced, at odds, and tense. So this person may actually try to push the journey to go in a certain direction. You might be a little bit more breezy, a little bit more like, we'll see where it takes us. Whereas this person seems to be a little bit more, you know, wants to take the lead and push that journey in a specific direction. They do seem to be a little bit controlling. It may not be just with the connection. It may just be just in general in their lives. They do try to, you know, it's power. They like to be in control of things. It's giving like, you know, organizational control a little bit here, like, and just kind of, it's because I'm kind of getting here that it's their journey and you're just along for the ride. They're taking your energy in that sort of a way that you're just along for the ride, because you're happy to go along, you know, with the ride, however it goes. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're just along for the ride. But that's how they're kind of taking it, that whatever they want, they get, kind of thing. That they're the boss. If they want it for just a season, that's it. If they want it for just you know, if they want it for a lifetime, it's up to them. Like, not necessarily up to you here. Cancer feels like, you know, taking advantage a little bit of your free kind of energy there. Cancer, new or next love for our Cancers, please. So we see the coffin coming through first. So an ending bringing around a new beginning, a transformation energy. So I feel like that may actually refer to how you meet this person. You may meet this person through some sort of ending that does start this new beginning, this new journey here. So you may meet them like when somebody's, you know, leaving a job, leaving a relationship. Maybe one or both of you have only just sort of ended a relationship there as well, because we do have the emotions coming through. I do feel as like this might be you, Cancer, that has just ended something, and that's why this person is kind of taking the control, because you know, that is your card, the moon there. It is talking about emotional sensitivities, an emotional ending, and this person is kind of trying to turn that into a new beginning for you and take it's. I hate to say it, but it does feel as though it's like taking advantage of you when you're in a vulnerable place. To be completely honest, then they feel as though they've got control because they're the ones taking care of you and taking control of you and giving you the happiness and all that sort of stuff. We do see the whip coming through there as well. So a lot of tension, a lot of drama, trouble, conflict, conflicting emotions as well. So really, really trust your intuition with this connection here, because even though we do see on that particular card that we're going along with that journey, reason, season, or lifetime, I do feel as though there's a lesson to be learned within this. So it's a reason or a season. It's not necessarily a lifetime here. There's too much drama, too much tension, too much emotional conflict for this to kind of be a lifetime thing. It's kind of, there's a reason for this. There's something that you need to learn from, being involved in this situation. Okay, so I do feel as though a lot of you are just sort of, quite emotionally vulnerable place right now, and this person does seem to be taking advantage of that in some kind of a way. All right, so even unintentionally, it's not necessarily negatively intentions, but that's what we have for you. You are welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, just get the timestamp for you there. Okay, so Leo, the new or next love for our Leos. New or next love for our Leos. This is interesting. This is very kind of conflicting energy, Leo. Firstly, we have the control card coming through, which normally I would put straight on you, Leo, with that crown. Normally I'd put that crown straight on you, but this is actually, wanting to take the lead, power struggles here, forced, at odds, and tense. So someone, I feel as though this person is just kind of at odds with themselves. They do like to be very, very in control of themselves, and kind of like they've got a bit of a power struggle just within their own self. Like, which part of me is going to take control today? At odds with themselves. Whereas here's you in the harmony. Okay, hates to argue and fight, hangs in there at all costs, compatible and enduring. So you are, very compatible. But at what point is this giving over too much control to that person? I want to ask you there, Leo. But we'll delve into that a little bit here and see what's going on. Leo, new or next love for our Leos. New or next love for our Leos. So I'm seeing the crown once again. That similar energy there. So this is kind of letting us know that that's what we need to turn that crown into, is this crown. Okay, so we need to turn the controlling aspects, the power struggle, we need to turn that into, a strong stance. Use that control not in a negative way. So kind of taking your power back when it comes to this person, making it kind of like, you know what, I do feel as though you need to take a little bit more control here, Leo. This person wants to take the lead, and if you let them, they will just take control, and then we have an issue of, a controlling dynamic over you. You just want harmony. It's a lot easier for you to just, be compatible, but I feel as though you actually do need to be a little bit more confident that you, through the conflict, that you can actually stand up to this person, and because you've got your own crown in your own right, Leo. Like I said at the start, I want to always give that crown straight to you, Leo, but I feel as though you do need to be a little bit more confident in order to stand up tall next to this person. You know, what good is a king without a queen? What good is a queen without a king? You know, so it's kind of like you need to show this person that, you know, you don't have control of me. We are equal. We're both, you know, we're both the reigning power here. We can be the reigning power equally. It's not one gets all the power kind of thing. You know, and we do see here the stars as well as the letter. So with that letter there, it is very, very important for you to talk and communicate with this person that, look, if this is what we're wishing for, if this is what we dream for within this connection, we need to be both equally in control. It's not just one or the other. It's equality. You know, we're not going to sit here and struggle over who's in power. We're both in power. You can either work as a team or see you later. That's not what I wish for. I wish for, you know, equal. We're both royalty. What are you talking about? That's what I'm kind of, you know, we are very compatible, and I can, you know, I don't want to argue and fight, but I'm willing to stand up for myself and put my own crown on my head and show you that I am equal to you. I am not less than you. So, you know, you do need to be a little bit more confronting with this person. You know, be not afraid to communicate very, very clearly what I wish and desire for with this connection. You know, what are our hopes and our dreams? What, you know, how do we get to a place where we're both on the same page, not on different pages, not at different levels, not both wearing different crowns. We're sharing the same crown. We're both working towards a common goal. We're not, you know, in charge of each other here. You know, having a lot of hope and optimism. There is potential here. It's just a matter of who gets control, and it needs to be both of you, not just one of you in that particular scenario there, Leo. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a comment so you go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we will move on over to our Virgos. Virgo, the new or next love for Virgo. New or next love for Virgo, please. Opening up. Wants to share feelings, gives a little at a time. Don't push, listen well. You do need to go slowly with this person, Virgo. Boundless. Gives their whole heart, unlimited affection, balanced, real, and open. So they're, you know, once you get to know this person a little bit deeper, they are, you know, going to have this boundless love for you. It's going to be a deep kind of love here. It's all about, you know, moving very slowly and allowing that person to feel safe to do that, to give you that unlimited affection, and you know, giving you a little bit at a time, and eventually leads to them giving their whole entire heart, which is a big one. It does feel like they've got a lot to give. It's just a matter of accepting that they're not going to give it all in one big blast. It's you need to allow them time to get to that point. And then it's going to be a crazy blast, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, new or next love for our Virgos. So it's kind of like, you know, allow them space to open up, and then it's going to be boundless love between the two of you, I feel. Oh, this one might suck for you, Virgo. Not going to lie. We do have the clover coming through first. So, you know, good luck surrounds this. You know, but it does mean that you do need to take a chance on this snake energy. All right. And the snake energy followed by the letter. This is why I feel like you may not like this, Virgo, because this is when it's talking about opening up, allowing this person to open up at their pace. That also talks about the physical. All right. And Virgo, you guys are very physical. One of the most physical signs, I personally think. So I think that there may be the need to actually take a bit of a chance to allow them to open up to you sexually in their time as well. You may need to slow it down a little bit. If at the very least you need to communicate very, very clearly with this person that, because I do feel like, Virgo, a lot of you probably do struggle to understand that somebody is opening up to you if sex is not on the table. So, you may, and obviously there's always exceptions to the rule, but you express yourself a lot through your sexuality. This person does need to slowly, all right, when it comes to that. So you do need to clearly communicate within the passion, the desire, and don't overwhelm this person. You do need to allow them to take their time, because that card specifically says don't push. So, you do need to be aware not to push for that physical side of stuff until this person is ready. So you need to take a chance to let them communicate what they want on that sort of thing, and allow them to take their time. I feel like the more space that you give them with that sort of thing, the quicker it'll go, to be completely honest. All right. But and there's a big reward at the end of that. That's everything that you've ever wanted. That boundless love, and endless passion and desire come through with that as well. So it's like, if once you get to that point, then it's going to be full throttle ahead. But you do need to allow this person to sort of take the reins a little bit when it comes to the sex. Okay, Virgo. Take a chance on allowing that person to communicate about the sex stuff, and communicate when they are ready, rather than you pushing for when you're ready, which is right now. Okay, I feel like you're born ready. This person needs a bit more time. You need to step back a little bit when it comes to the physical. Okay, so that's what we've got for you, Virgo. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch. Do leave a comment so you can go in the draw for that free personal reading. And hopefully I will see you all again soon.